Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Renee McCullough.
And I'm Matt Templeman. This announcement is sparking protests from coast to coast, and we have team coverage of the events following the grand jury decision. KZI 9 News reporter Chanu Hur is live in the studio with what supporters of Darren Wilson are saying. But first, we check in with reporter Stacey Kafka, who is live at a vigil in Eugene. Stacey?
Hundreds of people are here in Free Speech Plaza in objection to the grand jury's decision to not charge Officer Wilson. Organizers say they're rallying for change to the way minorities are treated by police throughout the country and here in Eugene.
Well, I wasn't surprised by the grand jury's decision. Disappointed, yes. Surprised, no.
Eugene City Councilor Greg Evans says he was concerned the grand jury process in St. Louis wouldn't be balanced. And like many state leaders, he believes racial profiling is a problem here locally.
As an African-American male, I don't think there's a black man in the country who hasn't experienced the kind of fear whenever they see a law enforcement person show up.
The communities that we work with in the Latino community, the Asian community, the African-American community, there's a strong sense that there is racial profiling happening.
And while disappointed by Brown's death, they're hopeful this will spark discussions with local leaders about racism.
And in our community, we come together, speaking out strongly in a nonviolent but a strong way, saying, not here in our town.
State Representative Lou Frederick says he plans on introducing 12 bills that will deal with racial profiling in the next legislative session. And he wants to set guidelines for excessive use of force.
So looking at cameras, I'd like to have cameras on police officers. Now that means we have to figure out who turns those cameras on and off, who has access to the video.
Evans, who also teaches ethnic studies at Lane Community College, wants to start a dialogue with his fellow counselors and is hopeful other leaders in Springfield and Lane County will do the same.
I think that we have the opportunity to do things differently than are done back east, down south, in the Midwest, or even in California. But we have to have, the willingness to move forward and have those conversations.
As community, we have to come together tonight. Today is the first day of our future. We have to come together as a community. Otherwise, shootings like this will happen in this community.
Organizers say they're hoping Eugene and Springfield police will also be involved in the conversation to make sure all police officers follow protocol so an incident like this doesn't happen in Eugene. Live in Eugene, Stacey Kafka, KEZI 9 News.